Rakan into Leona. Man, Keria is actually just feeling himself today, isn't he?
Yeah.
He really is just...
I don't mind the Pantheon either.
I think the Bard feels the best for this comp next to the Pantheon. Like, the Pantheon is so basic, it's so obvious, it's so easy. It sets everything up for you.
Yeah.
But this comp from T1, regardless of what he picks, is going to play Rakan into Leona.
Sure.
Into Leona Ashe. I feel like the comp for KT ROLSTER is a strong meta comp, you know? And they even got the Leona into the Rakan. It's BDD's Talia. It's a tried and true. We got the Renekton counter pick for the Ambessa. It almost feels like KT got a red side comp where they have all the answers. On T1, you have kind of this mishmash of champs that doesn't necessarily synergize perfectly, but you have backline access with the Ambessa, with the Nocturne, and you have tons of damage with this Victor that's going to scale up later on. You don't have the greatest...
And the Ambessa all teaming up with some long-range ultimates to follow up. It's going to be big. Let's jump into game number 2.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 미니언 생성까지
All right,
30초
game number 1. Not sure what happened to the mini-map. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yep. Press the mini-map button.
That was
Nicely
the
done.
mini-map toggle. He clicked it, and it came back.
Good job, Mr. Strong.
There you go. You said game number 1, by the way, which, to be fair, yeah, to be fair,
that's weird.
Smash is like, hold on, like, can you just let me, like, kill these minions before you do anything crazy? Carrier's laughing.
Yeah, the thing about the Rakan is that he has this ability, Gleaming Quill, where if you just hit it, you're just full health, it feels like, right? Great peel potential if Peter is the one that starts off the fight, which we do see there. As now, making it rain on top of this bottom lane. Carrier does take a bunch of damage, but Smash very healthy. And already, it feels like Smash and Carrier are getting ahead on this 2v2.
I mean, okay, hold up.
Oh, the flash on in, but Peter in a bit of trouble. He will go down. Pretty straightforward. There goes Podok as well. Those throw in the barrier, but it's not quite enough. And that is a couple of kills going the way of T1.
And I was going to mention it right before that second exchange. I was like, for example, they didn't ban the Galio, and then he just played Gragas, and...
It's like happy gaming the way it was meant to be played.
Yes.
You know, outside, you're not actually inting while happy gaming. You're just winning while happy gaming. You're laughing a bunch. You're having a great time. You know, you're the much favored duo and team.
I mean, it's
and
just...
you're happy.
It's also, as much as, you know, I feel like, obviously, KT ROLSTER as a team... outside of that Rogue 2023 year, which I still think about constantly, has not really been close to T1. There's still a rivalry to be had here, right? I think Carrier is enjoying the absolute bopping he's getting over KT this time. Remember, there was that home ground match that did not go as well for T1 as they were hoping for it to. You know, that's like the T1 event. And so now he gets to have a little bit of revenge over KT ROLSTER, as KT are just 4-manning topside here and taking away all of these plates. Like, this is quite a bizarre move here. It's very expensive. Let's see if they can turn it into something more, because I think plates alone isn't going to be worth.
I mean, they really want to take down Doran before anything happens. Doran is going to have to flash if he wants to get away. He's still not going to get away, though. That's already a kill going the way of KT. And now T1 trying to force this fight. Maybe a little bit of happy gaming does come in after I mention it. KT, nice setup here. All 5 members in the top lane. And they do punish T1 for trying to make something of it.
Cuz looking for more.
Well,
gotta heal. And, I mean, they could potentially redive this, but those are 3 half-health ranged minions, so... Well, thank you very much. He still is individually, but at least they were able to turn that into something more topside, because, as you can see here, he's 10 CS up, got all that plate gold, all of that XP. He's like half a level ahead of Podok right now.
Yeah, and, I mean, it's not hyper-carry territory with the MF, champion-wise, but you're still happy to give a lot of farm over to Smash. He's casting now in a bit of trouble here. He's going to get charmed and knocked up. Smash does not have his ult. He used it on the wave. Will they regret that decision? No is the answer. Very nicely juggled there. Everybody takes a bunch of damage, but it's still a kill. And it's handed over, importantly, to the one guy we want to give gold, who is Smash.
Yeah, he's the one who was able to pick up the last hit there on poor old casting. And down he goes. As over here, this top turret's a race for first brick. I think KT got it, and they will. So it's another feat of strength. Well, the first, of course, for them, as Beats of Warfare did go to T1.
Okay, well,
here we go. This is an angle.
Yeah, they're trying to force here on an owner who is just going to try to flash away, but it's very difficult to get away from this comp. The follow-up is huge, and KT prove it once again as BDD got over and picks up the kill. So should be a bunch of grubs once again going over to KT.
Yeah, Faker is in the bottom lane, had teleport, but really tough to react to a play like that. And in owner's defense, he has Spell Shield. So in his mind, he feels pretty safe in this scenario, but unfortunately, that's only going to shield one CC, one spell, and the follow-up was there from KT, multiple forms of CC to lock him down and take him out. So T1 kind of have pseudo control, but aren't necessarily looking to grab this just yet, and KT is going to wrestle some of that prio away.
And they're going to ult in on a Paddock as Smash just has to use his cleanse. Might have to flash out of this one with BDD making his way over, and there it is, allows Carrier to follow up. As yeah, they were really trying to play around Smash's priority, but as a team, KT, it feels like, are more well-rounded and they have more members there. Owner is just going to start up the Drake, though?
Yeah.
And KT are not going to even look at it.
Yeah, KT, they got a small win there, but Faker's still just chilling in the bottom lane, and they weren't able to collapse on or take out that dragon, as you say. Be happy getting both of Smash's summoners on this immobile misfortune, but I think wanted a bigger prize, as this is going to be another Ocean Soul. But T1 with the 2 Drake lead feeling very happy. And again, we're just waiting for team fights. And for T1, you have to be very careful about how you approach something like this Herald fight without vision. There's a control ward in the pit, they have scuttle control. If you just walk in one by one, then the explanation I just gave will happen in real time.
Yeah.
And I think T1 just know this is not a winnable fight without prio, without vision. They just let it go. I think a wise choice.
Yeah, Cuz is right there. He's decently fed. 1,000 gold ahead of Owner right now.
Both top laners have teleport.
Peter's gonna go in. Owner just gonna flash away.
Yeah, scared of that follow-up from BDD.
Yeah. Little arrow into Faker, but he doesn't seem to care. He's got that big stun field right in the choke. KT do have control of the mid lane, and they have the Rift Herald,
yeah.
So T1 have to move over and stop this push.
That might be enough to secure them Dragon. They want to heavily commit to something after this Herald crash instead. T1 playing so respectfully, backing up though. Faker may get caught.
He's just stuck here in the bush. He's going to have to flash, and not even the disengage cone is going to help him as BDD sits him down.
What a shove. Absolutely insane prediction from BDD.
Yeah.
Or just a complete coincidence, but I'm going to say
no,
insane prediction.
It was planned. And now, TP coming in. T1 want to fight this. They want to fight on their terms. They're going to press their buttons in the aggressive direction, this time for the first time in this game. And now they do shut down BDD, who did have flash. That ult was not great from Smash. Is now going to get into that backline. The follow-up is there. Smash in a lot of trouble. And they are able to get the shutdown onto the AD carry of T1. That's a double kill as well. And KT beginning to gain some momentum in this game.
Doran here playing with fire. Don't know if he really wants to go in there as Carrier is trying to... I don't know what that was. I don't know what he was doing over there, but I don't know if it would have gone well for him. Like
that's one way to put it.
Yeah. It could be them, but Carrier will have to dash away.
We saw Smash cleanse. Not sure exactly why, but the disengage cone is going to help them out. I don't think he was slowed up by anything, but they did both dodge the arrow, so no big issue there.
BDD tried to go for another shove angle there, but found himself also flying with the blast cone. And now KT full prio on this dragon. Doran has an off angle here. There is a teleport flank ward potentially for him to take as well if you wanted to do a deep flank. It's actually, in fact, going to be Faker who goes that route, though. Don't know about that.
Well, they're going to turn off the lights. They get into that back line, and one stun on the Smash is enough. He's totally zoned by Renekton, and he has to flash away. But look at the damage right now from the Nocturne. At least they get the Ash. As now Smash tries to get in, but he just dies. As he was isolated the entire fight. They don't have an AD carry. Cuz is going to get blown up by Faker, and they still have this Mbessa as well. T1 trying to fight this one out. It's a very close one. Faker's still full health against 3 low health bars, but he doesn't have a front line anymore. Trying to pull a Chovy here. We'll
I
see
was
if he
about
can
to
do
say
it.
the same thing.
But
we saw Chovy do it with no health, but
yeah,
Faker's
just
not,
run away.
Yeah, he's not going to have the same opportunity this time around. Sitting on 2 items will, you know, do a lot of burn with this. And in longer fights, too, the Blackfire Torch is so incredibly strong as you just get more and more value out of it as the fight extends. And that's what Victor wants to do, is be that AP carry.
Well, trying to punish Peter here. That's a lot into the Leona, but nobody is there just yet. You see the follow-up is coming through, though. BDD makes his way over. Cuz there as well. The charm comes in from Carrier, but no follow-up is there on a BDD. Finally, Faker will put an end to Cuz, who unfortunately got caught in the crossfire. And now T1, nice little pick. And oh, very nice max range from Doran. Gonna catch out the Talia and get the job done as T1 beginning to show what their pick comp can do as the stun comes in from Faker. Excellent position. And that is 3 kills as KT fall 1 by 1.
This is what T1 can do if you just get one angle, one moment. They can snowball that turn of events into a massive win. 3 dead on the floor here for KT. Casting absent from that fight is going to get a turret for his troubles, but T1 gets so much more. They're going to get a Baron off of this as well, easily.
Otacon? Nah.
Without him being there, you know, it allows T1 to try to push that advantage even further, almost taking out that inner. KT still can win this game as Smash is the target.
He's got Cleanse, but he doesn't have a splash. They're really trying desperately to take him down, and now he gets the huge ultimate onto so many that were desperately trying to dive into him, and there is the value from the MF. And the follow-up is swift from T1. KT overextend, and it's just going to be a clean, straight-up ace 29 minutes into the game as they will look to potentially end.
The words that came out of my mouth right before that happened was KT can still win this game. They can no longer win this game now, because I was going to say they still have that single target blow up. They can still find targets. They can still... Smash says strut. The walking strategy.
He just walked up. He just used the wall to zone KT away from it.
Yeah. That's it. That's GG.
Yep.
And what was a very close second game at KT, played well, just comes to a crashing end.
Yeah, the crash down from the realm we did not see. And yeah, the Nexus will fall here. T1 will just have their fun. Doran gets killed right at the end, but it doesn't matter. It's still